Coordinate rearmament. This will just... that's about license production. I don't think that's going to be any benefit whatsoever. This is going to give a couple of military factories in Czechoslovakia, Poland, and Kingdom of Romania. It would help them. I don't know how long they're going to hold out for anyway. It is time to make sure I hold out by finding my long-awaited Alpine Forts trick. Right, start that. We're going to get our borders secured. So come on, it's only you, Poland, holding out now. Call to arms. You know you want to. Kick from faction. Tempted, very tempted. Budapest, would you like to join a faction? Invite to faction. We need world tension at 80%. Okay. So we can't just invite. That's a shame. But that's going to... well, hopefully that's going to confuse matters a bit. I don't know what the USSR is up to, by the way. I'll have to keep a distant eye on them as well. But Romania, your friends could do some help. Yeah, the Yugoslavs are really struggling with this. I think they're about to go pop. And then Romania will probably go pop straight afterwards as well. Have we sunk anything? Yes, we did, actually. Our destroyers... No, hang on. That means we lost 8 destroyers, doesn't it? Crap. Well, we got 3 German subs. That was a German flipping fleet. Right, hang on. Where's my... Pause, pause, pause. Hang on. Where's my battle fleet at? It was the strike fleet. Right, I know you're not particularly well set up for anything. And apparently you have no commander. We can change that. And let's give him some stats. Oh, he's the minesweeper and mine layer. Do you know what? I should probably switch those over. But anyway, concealment's good, so we'll go with that. And I will give him smoke screen as well. That would have been really helpful, another thing. And you're going to go on a strike force here. Up here as well. It's very dangerous going up here. Up the German coast. Strike force in the channel. That'll do. We'll just strike force the channel, I think. Do I want to risk it? I'll get sunk. I know I'll get sunk. We'll not do it. But we will put the big fleet out to sea. Come on. Is this the fight back? Are the Romanians coming in? They are. They're coming in. And there's... Oh, no, the Czechs. No, you guys stay up there. You guys don't want to come down south. They're probably getting sick of France doing all the back seating here. I'm staying out of that. Nothing to do with me, mate. What have we got down there? We've got some fighters. Are we still struggling with enemy aircraft down here? No, I think we're okay. Woohoo! 6 divisions. It's nearly up enough. Train those boys. Depth charge thrower is done. Good. We're in 39. We need the better infantry weapons now. There's a whole lot of stuff about to do, isn't there? What we're missing. Naval bombers. Yes. Yes, we are. That's quite true. Are we missing anything important here? Realise European unity. I don't think that's about to happen anytime soon. No, it's this thing it's telling me, so we can ignore that. You like my style? Get people to do the fighting for me? There we go. We knew that was going to happen. Yugoslavia has been exiled. We now host Yugoslavia as a government in exile. Their current legitimacy is 41. So we get some stuff. I think that also helps with, or at least it used to, with military factories and other stuff when they come over to you. And we can, I mean, some of their units might turn up, and then we can start using them as garrison troops and all sorts of other things. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to start the faction. Yeah, they've been knocked out, but I mean, they only get invaded by Germany anyway. And this way, all their exiled troops will come and fight for me instead of the British. So, I mean, that's good. We're going to need a bit of everything, aren't we? Right, the support equipment is better, so I'm going to tone those down a bit. I'll leave them as 5, and hopefully that'll be enough from now on. One more in that. One in that. We're doing quite a lot of artillery. 2 a day. 250 days. It's getting there. The fighters definitely need to be increased. We also need... We're going to need naval bombers and ground attack bombers. Let's get the naval bombers out. Yeah, that'll do. At least if we have one, for now, we can start building up a force. We can have another ground attack, close air support. It's just like a drop in the ocean, isn't it? We're going to have to increase the light tanks. Yeah, we must have got a load of military factories from Yugoslavia. So, very carefully planned exploitation of Yugoslavia by the French there. Same will apply to Romania, and the same will apply to Poland if they will get off their arses. They will not. They will not fight the Germans. It would be the time to do it. It would totally be the time to do it. They could walk over that. And the Germans are weak on this border. How long do you think Romania is going to last? Considering it's got most of its forces trapped down here, I don't think it's going to be very long. And then the Germans will have a back door into Czechoslovakia up here. There you go. France's meddling has destroyed Europe already. And we're just waiting for Germany to kick off against me. Well, I suppose they have. But and also to kick off against Italy as well. Oh, the manpower's so low. We need to change that. We need political power desperately. We no longer get the effects from equipment shipments to Spain. Does that improve our situation any? I don't know if it does. Keep them coming in. We've nearly got the Belgian border secured. We need a couple of divisions. Oh, I better get those recruited, actually, because those poor infantry never came back from Spain, did they? We have Construction 3. There's a load of new equipment we need to research now, including the big guns. Let's get that on. And there's probably some industrial stuff to do in 39. No, well, we weren't in a faction with Britain. If you take France the other way, you can join the Allies with Britain before the war kicks off. And then Britain joins in straight away. But Britain will eventually join in. And I think Britain will join in when Germany invades these places. So we have an exiled garrison division, or well, an exiled division from Yugoslavia. We can't see where they've gone. They appeared in the south. Well, actually, this will fight. Oh, hang on. There's that guy there. Where are we? They've appeared. Where? Oh, here. Is that it? Yes, that's it. It's just showing the wrong thing. Or is it? So we've got the Alpine forts done, which is excellent. Let them come. So that only adds level 2, but we're up to level 5 land forts there, which will do. And we want to extend the Maginot Line as well. And then we can start relaxing a bit and thinking about everything else. Unless the Germans know something I don't, and they're going to come storming in regardless. So now we're just fixing up railways, which is okay, but we need to be building something else. I don't know what level forts we get from that. I'm going to stock these up to fort level 6 down here. 6 is the sweet spot. Because if you go any higher than that... I should have done one more to start with, shouldn't I? If you go any higher than that... Let's put those up. Then enemy tend not to attack them. But at level 6, they will still attack. They will still suicide into them. That should see us okay. Right, let's form a little army in the French theatre. Let's put a Yugoslav commander in charge of them. And you're not going to be much good for anything for a while. But we could use them maybe to garrison some ports down here. That might be a good use. Just in case the Italians try anything on. We now host the Kingdom of Romania as government in exile. Their current legitimacy is 44. So we've got some more guns and stuff. We're going to have 2 divisions coming over, which is excellent. Dark times, indeed. But we got their military factories as well. So you can see my cunning ploy to boost France as much as possible. What will we put it in? There's so much stuff we need to change. We need the political points. We need the manpower now. But then I need to change the economy as well. There's so much stuff to do. We will go with... Should we go with aircraft? I think aircraft. We definitely want... oh, that's it. That wasn't a whole lot of anything there. Romania clearly wasn't ready for war. And we get their generals too, some of which can be quite good. And when you group them up with exiled divisions, they give an attack bonus, I think. If I remember this right. No, I don't want new commander. I would like to see his stats. He's a skilled staffer. So yeah, exiled divisions attack. 10%, 5%. Oh, the own ones. Okay, so any exiled one gets 10%, and then their own country gets, I think, an additional 5 by that. It has to be like that. Otherwise, they'd be getting less. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So they can be very useful forces. In fact, it has stocked up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them down there. They're going to guard this port. I've no idea what the template is, by the way. Can we see? Actually, it'll show me in this, won't it? If we look into this, it's... Okay, it's not terrible. It'll do to defend with. I will change it when I have the XP. We'll change it to some sort of infantry template. Poland refuses German ultimatum. Right, are you finally going to actually go to war here? No. Zog submits to Italy. Yeah, this is... We've got a war going on there. Let's hit pause a second. I think we have a raid coming in. Alto Funk, thank you so much for the raid. Let's see if my shout-out is actually going to work. Here we go. The first time I've ever used that. It's actually bound to a key on my stream deck. Welcome, by the way. Welcome, folks. What have you been playing? Does it actually say on there? Last playing Europa Universalis. That's a game I'm not so familiar with. But no, it's a similar Paradox thing. So anyway, welcome to the stream. For you guys just coming over, I'm Mark, and I've played quite a bit of Hearts of Iron 4. I tend to try and play historical playthroughs and try not to play too cheesy, power gamey type of games. So at least still feel like a World War II game. But I am new to the No Step Back DLC. So I'm getting my head around the supply depots and the trains and stuff like that. So there's a lot to learn in it. You suck at Hearts of Iron? It's one of those things that... And like Europa's the same thing. You need to spend the time to really learn it. And this was a really daunting thing to get into. I've played a little bit of Europa 2, I think. But I didn't really understand enough of it. And I didn't put the time into to really get into it. But quite liked it. Oh, Crusader Kings 3. I've played a bit of that too. And that was definitely very good. Anyway, let's play this at a slower pace. And Lirky, I think. Thanks for the follow. So do you just play Europa then, Alta Funk, or do you play lots of other stuff too? Strategy games, I'm guessing. I'll have to stop by the stream and have a look sometime. In fact, I'll just open that up in a fresh tab so I don't forget about that. Let me just pause this so I don't miss France getting invaded or something. There we go. I'll come and check you out next time you're live. Thanks for the raid, by the way. You play lots? EU4 is just your most frequent? I like playing quite a variety of games. I must admit, I've always been a fan of strategy games and role-playing games. But, yeah, I do tend to mix it up a little bit on the stream. Oh, thanks for the follow back. Right, so we've gone with a strategy here of making France a faction leader of the little entente with the Czechs, the Yugoslavians who used to be here, and the Romanians who used to be here, and Poland. The idea being that we'd go to war really early, and these guys they'd be sacrificial lambs really to the Germans. But I'll get all the benefits of the exiled troops and the extra war factories and stuff, and it should weaken the Germans a little bit before they come charging over at me. That was the idea. I think it's working so far, so we'll stick with it. And it buys me time to get my border defences built up. We'll see if the plan works. You enjoy watching people who know what they're doing, so why are you watching me? Because, especially with this DLC, I am stumbling through it as we discover all the new things that have been put in that I wasn't ready for. What's my Air Force doing, by the way? I think they're holding their own over here. They're not doing too bad. We will pull them back at some point. Yeah, they're doing okay over there. Has Poland finally got into the fight? Yes, they have. I mean, far too late, but they have. And we've also got Lend-Lease from Sweden and the Netherlands. No, I'm not interested in that. Air Wings with no mission. Ah, yeah. Well, you guys are supposed to be just... let's increase that up to 100. Yeah, you can do nothing for a bit because you're not supposed to be flying up there. No, that's a different group. Where's the... Seriously, that's the range of naval bombers. Have they increased the range? Because that looks huge. Let me get flying down here. This might be a danger... Well, I can go there. Yeah, go on. Let's go there. Looks like we've got mines out already. That's nice. You reckon I'm good at this? Well, playing against the AI, good. Yeah, playing against other people, I think I'd probably get smashed pretty quickly. Partly because I try to go with tactics and like fighting styles that feel like I'm still playing a World War II game rather than... I know when you play against other players, it's like it's an arms race, it's a power grab, whatever cheesy tactics and overpowered templates and everything like that. That's the way to go because that's what player versus player is, and I would totally play like that if I was against other people. But I kind of like making this feel like it's got the flavour of a World War II game still. Tony, thanks for the hydrate. Cheers. So we have the increased industry. So in 39, this is when we should be kicking all this other stuff off as well. So we've got to get the production up. The thing with, for the new people here, the thing that I've really had to focus on, France's armies are small at this stage, but we've focused on getting some rock-solid defences in place. Because when Hermann the German comes over the border, we need these high-level forts all the way to the channel. And we're going to rely on these to keep them out. It is the plan. I think this one will be a tough one. If we can get the borders held, we're good. So the Kingdom of Romania has provided us with some exiled divisions, which is all part of the plan, of course. We'll put those into an army, and we'll put a Romanian leader in. Just for now, so we can sort this out. They get benefits from having their leaders and stuff. I could mix them up with the other lot, the Yugoslav armies. I'm going to send them down south. I'm going to put these over here as well. Can we not get there? Can we do that? There, we can do that. And then there'll be, as soon as the fight kicks off here, I've got tanks and cavalry racing to take Sardinia. And then we'll use these exiled troops to garrison it until they build up, until we get some French garrison troops in. We're going to be racing across the desert here. This army is really short on supply, so we were going to try and build some... maybe we should do that now. But building a supply depot is really expensive, isn't it? Yeah, I think with the forces facing us, I think we're going to try and take Tripoli and rely on that working. We're going to be cheap with supplies. I should probably have cavalry there because they'd use fewer supplies. You got 15,000 points, mate? You could drown me? There's a challenge for you then. Wait one day until I'm drinking beer or something and then trigger the hydrates all at once. If only you could do that. I foresaw people doing that, so I put a bit of a cooldown on them. More men, please. What have we got coming? What have we got coming? Right, you kind of need to be priority, that one, above all else. I look like I've got nothing at the borders at all. I'm hoping the forts are going to do the job and hold everything up. Still, we have plans to hurt the sneaky Italians. Fall of Warsaw. Well, Poland's gone down really quick. So we're into April 39, and most of Europe has actually fallen to Germany long before they did historically. So you could say that my tactics are a failure. However, France is safe, and France now has armies reinforcing her instead of those troops going to the English, or the British, I should say. Attention. Should we put these into... I'll leave them in the French theatre because I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but let's put them in a different... Nope, wrong button, sorry. I want... We don't have... Yeah, I'll just put any one of these in. And we also want that single thing. These are my exiled, my orphan brigades, if you like. We'll give him something. Organisation would be nice. And that will do. Why is it showing a big army has no order? No, they have no order. They don't need an order. They can train. All you need to do is train. Those other guys are already training. That's fine. Right. Come on, Italy. Bring it on. We're ready for you. What's this thing about? Oh, it's just channel points on Twitch. I know a lot of people still don't use them. I must admit, I don't use them much when I'm watching other people. But it's something for viewers to build up. And then they can spend to... You can unlock emotes if you want to use one of my emotes for 24 hours. You can get me to take a drink, remind me to keep myself hydrated. If it's a game where you can name something, then you can actually, if you've got a lot of channel points, you can have something named after yourself in the game if you would like. Extend the Maginot Line. Excellent. So that... what's this say? Plans for the extension of the Maginot Line all the way to the English Channel have been finished and construction orders placed. The Belgians have lodged an official protest after seeing our preparations from across the border, but work continues. Perhaps they shouldn't have left our alliance. Yes, a very good point. So excellent. That is what we had to get done. That was so urgent. Now all of a sudden, this bit is not so urgent. Defensive stratagems will get rid of removing the disjointed government. I'm going to go with that because I absolutely hate that thing. Let's get rid of that. And that's going to get rid of this penalty here, which is this one, which is my daily political power cost. So it's draining political power, which is why I've not been able to improve a lot of things. Reducing my stability and increasing or decreasing the surrender limit. The bad way, whichever way you look at it. Bob P, thank you for the follow. So, I need to save up the points I need to change this. This is so urgent. France has terrible manpower restrictions anyway. There's things that we can improve. So, the whole plan is kind of coming together. Sort of. Who's this? This is a Yugoslavian division. This is not... They've just appeared here, but they're not in exile. As in, I can't control them. That's odd. I think the Czechs are going to be next, look, unless they can get in and mash these Germans out here, which they could if they move fast. Yeah, the... nice. I like... I see you've used it to unlock an emote. I'm only an affiliate, so I don't have a huge amount of emote slots. But I think we get follower emotes now, so I could maybe get some more up. I'll have to look at that. So we've got the new cannons coming on. We're in 39. What do I need? Industry. I feel like that's okay. We are lagging behind in technology, but I do without radar for the time being. The planes we have are okay. The Navy... I do want to get some better hulls and stuff. I've just looked at artillery. It's time, I think, to get medium tanks on the go. Support companies. Well, these are always good. We've got the infantry weapons, haven't we? I do like my support companies. Extra entrenchment. Which I feel like we're going to need, especially on that Italian border. We're going to need that more than tanks, because we don't have the factories to produce tanks yet. Yeah, go on then. And that would be good for going through Africa, but let's go. Let's improve the engineers. That'll be a good spend, I think. You ever tried to destroy Germans as Czechoslovakia? Yeah, that's a tough challenge. I have played as Czechoslovakia for a bit, but it always fell when the Hungarians and people joined in against us, so... Citizen 4000, you never knew Donny Osmond played computer games. Well, there you go. Would you like to hear me sing some of my famous hits? Hydrated says it's out of stock. Might be on cooldown, I think. Oh, there might be a limited number per stream as well. Which we are getting towards the end of anyway. As we can see, it's running out. You want to hear Puppy Love? Well, unfortunately, I would love to sing it for you, but it would trigger an instant DMCA strike because, as you know, as Donny Osmond, my voice is exactly the same as the track you've heard, and it would just catch that DMCA. So, sadly, we'll have to pass for today. Let's see. Anything else happening? We've kind of got things building up slowly. Oh, we have one of these divisions, right. You guys get on the Maginot Line. Yeah, I am going to beef up the Maginot Line as well. Just to make sure that that actually stays up where it should do. Just in case the Germans look across the border and think, well, yeah, they're level 10 forts, but there's only 2 divisions in each one. And what is the status of the forts? It's only gone to level 5. That's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough, is it? Right, so we did extend it to the channel, but sadly it only gave us +2 in each slot, so we still need to massively increase the fortifications. If I get to level 7, we are safe. Level 6 is on dodgy ground because we don't have quite the troops there that I would like. You want to see me tackle China? China's a horrid place to fight in. I've played as the Chinese off stream, and I've conquered them as Japan as well. We streamed that one. That's on YouTube if anyone wants to watch the playthrough. But China's a horrid place to fight, partly due to supply, mountains everywhere. It's just really slow going. It doesn't work with like the blitzkrieg tactics that you can get away with in Europe so well. Okay, so what's the air situation like over here? This is all right. This is okay. We've still got all our aircraft there doing their job. The bombers are still... I mean, the bombers are taking hits, but we are winning. I'm going to switch these two over to air superiority because we have it anyway. We're going to have to say screw Poland. We can't help with that. We would have loved to have helped, but sadly, Poland didn't want to play with us.